I'm Sabrina Clark, the fashion editor for Soul Pit Media, here at Savoy Restaurant and Lounge for the Fashion and Fire event with Tyson Beckford. Serena, how excited are you to meet the supermodel, male supermodel of fashion?
I'm very excited. I don't know how close I will get to him, but I'm counting on it.
I'm very excited to see Tyson Beckford. I never really met a model before, and I'm excited.
Who's your favorite designer to model for?
I have to say, throughout my career, Ralph Lauren has been one of my favorites. My new favorite is D Squared. So Deanie and Danny, we actually have the same birthday.
Okay.
So I keep up with them. They just had their men's show in Milan. So, I stayed up and I was tweeting back and forth, and they were filling me in on what's going on. So, they're one of my top favorites right now, those two.
Okay, great. That's a new style for you, Pittsburgh. I'm starting to see a trend here in Pittsburgh where Ralph Lauren is really catching on, especially with the men. Yeah, very good quality clothing.
Yeah, you can have it for years, and it never goes out of date. Some styles, they're just limited for one season. Ralph is forever.
I think since I've kind of left the fashion industry and gone on to do other things, I've noticed that there's not a lot of advertisement with African American men, and the same thing with women as well. So we've been having these meetings in New York, myself and my manager, Beth Ann Hardison. We've invited all the different agencies, the bookers, the stylists, and all the models, just to have like our own little town meeting to discuss what's going on. And because of doing that, we had the Italian Vogue, which was all black women in that, and that sold out. Like, they went 2 runs of it and it sold out. But that's not enough. If you start to look at the advertisement, it's mainly Caucasians. There's no Asians, there's no Latinos, there's no blacks, and you as a consumer can change that.
Tell me, what do you love about Pittsburgh?
I love how genuine the people are. You got L.A. and Miami and New York. People sometimes pretend to be things that they're not, whereas at Pittsburgh, they just who they are. You know what I mean? It's real, and there's nothing fake about it, and that's what I like.
Well, thank you so much for coming to Pittsburgh, gracing us with your presence. We love you. I'm a model myself, plus size, but
Go ahead with yourself. Enjoy, yeah.
Tyson touched on so many things, not just what it means to be a successful model, but cultural identity, social conscience. He proved that it's okay to be a model and to have a brain and a social conscience. So what he said here tonight in just that short time was powerful for everybody, whether you're a model or not.
How and when did you discover your love for the arts?
I think when I was around 5 years old, and I've always wanted to be a dancer. And my mother, she enrolled me in a dance class in my neighborhood. I grew up in Hazelwood, and just loved it, and just always wanted to be involved, in anything relating to the arts. If it was dance, music, I remember. And growing up, my friends and I, we redid the movie Grease
Wow.
in our neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
And so, I think I've always had a passion for the arts.
Wow. And the show, Fashion Africana, you just celebrated 10 years of Fashion Africana here in the city of Pittsburgh. So how did you get started on that journey?
It was 2001, and we created Fashion Africana as a platform to promote our talent with Utopia Model Agency.
Okay.
And also just to celebrate the beauty and diversity of the diaspora through design, dance, and music.
Okay.
We were inspired by some of the shows that were going on during that time. In 1997, I was invited by Essence to attend African Mosaic, and it was held at a fashion high school. And that's where I met Maxwell. I thought maybe I would be marrying Maxwell, but no. But that show was just so amazing because it was an African-inspired fashion show, and you had, and I can't recall the woman who started it, but she, I think, was Somalian, and she just celebrated her culture,
Okay.
and it was just really rich with,
Okay.
just representation of people of African descent,
Okay.
as it related to designers. And there were some performances.
Okay.
There was a children's performance in the beginning.
Okay.
And it was just an amazing show. And I thought, wow, we can do something like this in Pittsburgh. And we could just, I felt like we could take it to the next level.
Wow.